Anyone? What will be your approach? Just by looking into this limits of integration, you should tell the answer. One? Okay. You remember the formula I have given to you. Whenever your limits are of opposite sign, like minus a to a, f of x dx, either you can convert it to the 2 times 0 to a f of x dx, or it will be 0, depending on whether the function is even or odd. Okay. If your f of x is even, you have to use the first formula. If f of x is odd, you have to directly write the 0 answer. Just look into the question. Sine is what? Sine is a odd function. So, but sine is there in numerator as well as denominator, and basically, if we take minus common, cancel it out. So this is an even function ultimately. Okay, because here, let me just show you what is even and odd. Even function is f of x equal to f of minus x equal to f of x. We will call it as even. And what is odd function? F of minus x equal to minus times f of x. And I think in this case the given function will turn out as an odd. Just check it. Yeah, and directly the answer should be 0 here. Okay, let's check it once just to confirm. What is f of minus x? You know f of x is log of 1 plus sine of x divided by 1 minus sine of x. Okay, this is your f of x. Okay, what is f of minus x? F of minus x is log of 1 plus sine of minus x divided by 1 minus sine of minus x. Okay, sine of minus x is minus sine x, so I will directly write here negative and write here positive. Okay, and now I should take minus common here. Okay, or I should write here, let's say, raised to the power minus 1 to make this thing equal, right? And you know that this minus 1 should come this side. Okay, minus 1 log of, I can write it as f of minus x will be equal to minus 1 log of 1 minus sine of x divided by, sorry, 1 plus sine of x divided by 1 minus sine of x. Okay, so and this is your f of x. So f of minus x is equal to minus times f of x. Okay, that's why it's an odd function, and hence answer is 0 in this case. Are you following? See, f of minus x is, this is what we are getting. Yeah, Arjun, I'll repeat once again. Tell this, is it clear to you or not? I'll rub this. F of minus x, this or correct or not? Correct. Yeah. Then let's let's compare these two terms, and can I write it like this? Log of 1 minus sine x divided by 1 plus sine of x raised to the power minus 1 to this, or let me rather than writing like that, can I write log of 1 plus sine of x divided by 1 minus sine of x raised to the power minus 1? Can I write it like this? I'm just inverting it. See, 1 upon x, can I write 1 upon x is equal to x, x raised to the power minus 1, right? I can write it. So in the same way, what I have done is just the rearrange the numerator and denominator and take an inverse of it. And we know log of a raised to the power b is b log a. That is the reason I am writing it as minus 1 log of 1 plus sin x divided by 1 minus sin x. But what is this term, log of 1 plus sin x divided by 1? That is your f of x. So that's why it is minus f of x. Okay. So f of minus x is equal to minus times f of x. Okay. Clear? Yeah. Okay. Next question. So remember, whenever you have opposite sign, you always have to check whether the function is even or odd. Just by looking into the function, you can tell the answer. If it is odd, 0. If it is even, 2 times the integration of 0 to a. So it is like comparatively quicker. Next question. Integration 0 to pi x sine of x divided by 1 plus cos square x. Little difficult question. Can you tell me which formula you should use here? I'll give you 2 minutes. Solve it and tell me the answer. Um, no, that is not the answer. Give me a minute. I will share again. Yeah. So the way to solve this question is simple. Like you have to use this integration 0 to a x f of x dx. Is this you are saying? Let me just check again, Arjun. Yes, correct. X f of x dx. Arjun, yes, you are right. You can use this approach. Uh, is equal to a by 2 integration 0 to a f of x dx. We can clearly see if you assume this function, comparatively solving this question will be easy if you remove this x. Okay, that is why we are using this property here, and this is valid if f of x equal to f of x. Okay, so you have to check it first whether this is satisfying or not. Okay, how will you check? You know your f of x is sin x divided by 1 plus cos square x. Okay, this is your f of x because you are saying it as the given question is in the form of x into f of x. What is f of a minus x? Is pi, so sine of pi minus x divided by 1 plus cos square pi minus x. Sine of 180 degree minus theta is sine theta, and cos of 180 degree minus theta is minus cos theta, but its square is plus cos square theta. So again, it's a 1 plus cos square theta. So it's the same thing, and hence I can use this formula here. Okay, I hope you agree. So using this property, we can write uh, limit integration 0 to pi. Pi by 2 is outside. Sin of x divided by 1 plus cos square x. And now it's very simple to solve. If you just put cos x is equal to t minus sin of x dx is equal to dt, you will get. And so minus pi by 2 integration dt divided by 1 plus t square is what you will get. And what is the limit? When x is 0, t has to be 1 because cos 0 is 1. And what is pi? Cos of pi is minus 1. So um, plus 1 to minus 1 is the limit. And you can also write it as pi by 2.
5 by 4, sir. Answer?
Yes. No, it's a pi square by 4 if you just check it.
Yeah, pi square by 4, sir. Yeah, correct.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Minus 1 to 1, 1 upon 1 plus t square dt. And this is tan inverse of t. Pi by 2 is as it is outside, and it is 1 to minus 1. So pi by 2 as it is. Tan inverse of minus 1 is, minus 1 is down. Tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. Minus tan inverse of minus 1 is minus pi by 4. So it's 1 minus minus will become plus. Pi by 4 plus pi by 4 is 2 pi by 4, which is pi by 2. And pi by 2 multiplied by pi by 2 is pi square by 4. Okay. That's why answer is pi square by 4. So remember, whenever you have x multiplied by some term in the integration, you can simplify that integration by using this formula, that is integration 0 to a x f of x dx. But make sure you have to follow the criteria f of a minus x equal to f of x. Okay. Feel free to interrupt me if you are having any doubt in any question. Okay, let me give you one homework question. Write integration 0 to pi dx divided by a square cos square x plus b square sin square x. Okay, the answer is pi by ab Okay. This question you have to solve. Okay, you have to solve this question, and if you face difficulty, feel free to reach out to me. I'll not give you much hint on this. You go to the properties, check which property will fit into this, and then you will get the answer. Okay, answer I have given. So give a try at least. And if you are not able to solve in next session, I'll give you a hint, and then again you can try. Okay. Yeah, but feel free to ask me if you are not able to solve it. Okay. Next question. Integration 0 to pi by 2 cos raised to the power 7x dx. So I expect you to solve this. You know the formula. So I'll not go into the details now. You should directly tell me the answer. Do you remember the formula? Sin raised to the power integration 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to the power nx dx equal to integration 0 to pi by 2 cos raised to the power nx dx is equal to n minus 1 divided by n minus 3 divided by n minus 2, n minus 4 divided by n minus 5 divided by n minus 3, so on. Either equal to 1 by 2 into pi by 2 or 2 by 3 into 1. If it is n is even, if n is odd. Okay, so here n minus 1, n is odd basically. So you should not get pi by 2 at the end. You should get 2 by 3 into 1. Let's see whether we are getting that or not. 6 minus 6 by 7. 4 by 5. Okay, and then 2 by 3 into 1. Okay, so that's all you are getting. 3 ones are 3 twos are, and it is 16 divided by 35. Yes, correct, Arjun. Next question. Integration 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to the power 8x dx. Solve it. Anyone? So here n is even, so pi by 2 term will come in the end. 7 by 8, 5 by 6, 3 by 4 into 1 by 2 into pi by 2.
35
So it
is
is
5
30.
by 256, sir.
Correct. 256. Yeah, that is the answer. So remember, whenever you have even power of sine or cos, you should end up with the pi term in the answer. If it is not there, then you will not get pi term. Okay. Let me give you some homework questions related to this, or let's solve it. At least your approach I'll check. I'll give just hint to solve this. How will you solve this question? How will you solve this question? Integration minus pi to pi sin raised to the power 4x dx. Sorry. To directly use the formula. First of all, you have to check by odd or even, because the formula is applicable for 0 to pi by 2 limit. Okay, this formula is, which I have given you in this last previous slide, is 0 to pi by 2 limit. So, and we have limit minus pi to pi. So we know that whenever we have opposite limit, you have to check whether the function is even or odd. In this case, sine is an odd function, but even power of the odd function turns out to be even, so it's a even function. So you can write this as 2 times integration 0 to pi sin raised to the power 4x dx. Okay, can you write it like this? Because even function. I hope it's clear till this. Can you tell me how you will proceed after this?
That
Can you tell
0
me
to
how?
2a f of x dx, that property we have to place. This pi, no, 0 to pi, the pi we have to
Yeah,
write
yeah.
it as 2 into pi by 2.
Yes, yes. So you have to check here, correct? Agree. So in first case, we have checked odd or even. So it is even function. In this case, you will apply the formula integration 0 to 2a f of x dx equal to 2 times integration 0 to a f of x dx. Okay, or 0, depending on f of 2a minus x equal to f of x. If it is there, sorry, if it is equal to minus f of x, if it is there, then this 0 is the answer. Or if f of 2a minus x equal to f of x, then this is the answer. Okay, check it. So in this case, what will happen is you will not get a, you will get this. Check it on your own. This is for homework. Okay, and ultimately, what you can do is you can write it as 2 times integration 0 to pi by 2. Sorry, 2 into 2 is 4 now. 4 times 0 to pi by 2 and raised to the power 4x dx. Okay, so what is the final integration? 4 0 to pi by 2 and raised to the power 4x dx, and you know how to solve this.
3 by
It's
3
even.
pi by 4.
Yes, correct. 3 pi by 4. 4 into 3 by 4 into 1 by 2 into pi by 2. So this 4 will it cancel. 3 pi by 4 is the answer. Okay. So you should know the properties. If you know the properties, the problem solving is very easy. Okay, let me give you another question. Integration 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to the power 5x cos raised to the power 9x dx. I hope you remember the formula. Integration 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to the power mx cos raised to the power nx dx is equal to m minus 1, m minus 3, so on, n minus 1, n minus 3, so on, m plus n, m plus n minus 2, m plus n minus 4, so on till you get 1 or 2. Okay, all these terms are will end until you get 1 or 2. Okay, this dot 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 terms into pi by 2 or 1 by 2. Okay, and you know when you will get pi by 2 if or when you will get 1 by 2. If both are even, then you will get pi by 2. If m and n are even, you will get pi by 2. Okay, I have already given this. If any of this is not even or any of this is odd, then you will get 1 by 2. So in this case, it's odd basically. 5 is also odd, 9 is also odd. So you will get 1 by 2. Pi by 2 term will not come. So let me write it. M is equal to 5, n is equal to 9. So 4 into 2. That's all. You have to stop it here. 4 into 2. Second bracket. 9 minus 1 is 8 into 6 into 4 into 2 divided by m plus n. 5 plus 9 is 14 into 12 into 10 into 6, 4 and 2 into 1 by 2. No, it's not 0. If any one of this is even, then any one of them is odd, then it's 1 by 2. 1, okay, if m is even, but n is odd, or n is odd, m is even, or both of them are also odd, in that case it's 1 by 2. Okay, but if both are given, both are even, in that case you should get it as pi by 2. Okay, or let me just, rather than
So the
writing
other
or
day
saying
you gave the formula as 1, sir, actually, not 1 by 2.
1, okay, yeah, then let write it as 1. Yeah, I don't remember exactly. Yeah, then write it as 1. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, so here 1 will come. Yes, 1 is the correct then. Remove this 1 by 2, make it 1. Okay. Uh, pi by 2 when m and n are even, and 1 if any of them is odd. Okay. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, then this entire term will get cancelled out from here to here. 8, 6, 4, 2. Okay, and 4 3s are 2 7s are. Okay, how much? 1 divided by 2 110, right? Is it correct? So limit 0 to pi by 2, sin raised to the power 6x, cos raised to the power 3x dx. Solve this question, and one more similar question would be sin raised to the power 6x, cos raised to the power 8x dx. Integration 0 to pi by 2. Okay, so solve them. I'll not give you answers. They are straightforward. You should be able to get it. Okay, but you can try these two questions later. In the same way, you know the formula, just putting the values in the formula, nothing else. Is it clear? Is it clear everything till this? Okay, fine. I want your answer for this question. How will you approach? How will you approach to this question? How will you approach? Anyone? Can I apply the formula directly? I cannot, right? Because in this case, limit is 0 to pi, so I cannot apply the formula 0 to pi by 2 formulas in this. So you have to convert this integral from 0 to pi to 0 to pi by 2. You have to think in that way. And you know, the formula or property you should apply or try first is this one. Integration 0 to 2a f of x dx. Either it's equal to 2 times integration 0 to a f of x dx or 0, depending on if f of 2a minus x equal to f of x, or if f of 2a minus x equal to minus f of x. Okay, in this question you will realize f of 2a minus why I am writing 2a, it's like 0 plus 2a. Okay, f of a plus b minus x is equal to f of x or f of minus x. That is what we are checking. But here a plus b is 2a. That's why 2a is directly written. Okay, keep that into mind. So let's check f of what is 2a. 2a is in our question pi. F of pi minus x is what? Tan raised to the power 4 pi minus x cos raised to the power 3 pi minus x. What is sine 180 degree minus theta? Sine 180 degree minus theta is sine theta. And it's again sine raised to the power 4x. Cos 180 degree minus theta is what? Minus cos theta. Minus cos theta raised to the power 3 is minus cos cube theta. So it's a minus cos cube x. So basically it is minus f of x. F of pi minus x is equal to
0.
minus f of x. Okay, so hence answer is 0 in this case. Yeah. Okay. Next question. How will you approach here? So I hope with that logic, you know how to solve this question. So I'll give you the homework question: 0 to pi sine cube x cos raised to the power of 4x dx. Okay. So you solve this in the same way. So here you will realize that f of 2a minus x equal to f of x. So you have to use the logic like it's 2 times integration 0 to pi by 2 tan raised to the power 3x cos raised to the power 4x dx. So this is how you will get. So this is a hint to you, and with this hint you proceed for the solution. Final answer is 4 by 35. Compare. And one more homework question I'll give with some hint. Integration minus 2 pi to plus 2 pi tan raised to the power 4x cos raised to the power 8x dx. Okay, how will you proceed for this solution, this question? Anyone? we cannot apply the formula of 0 to pi by 2 because limit is minus 2 pi to plus 2 pi. So first you have to check whether it's an odd function or even function because limits are our opposite side. Okay. So first check odd or even. You will realize that this function is an even function. Okay. So it's 0 to 2 pi tan raised to 4x cos raised to the power 8x dx 2 times you will write. Okay. But again you cannot use the formula because limit is 0 to 2 pi. So you have to further write it as 4 times 0 to pi tan raised to the power 4x cos raised to the power 8x dx by using the above formula f of 2a minus x equal to f of x formula. But still you cannot use the formula. So again using the same logic you have to write it as 8 times 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to the power 4x cos raised to the power 8x dx. Okay, and then you can apply the formula because limit is same as what we have given in the property. Is it clear? So even if the problem is not directly given in the terms of our properties which we have studied, some of the problems can be converted in a such a way that these properties will fit into that. Okay, or those problems will fit into these properties and then we can solve them easily. I hope you agree on this. Any doubt till this? Is it clear? Okay. Solving more and more question makes you familiar with variety. Okay. I have previously told you that in integration, it's not like if I have given 20 questions or 30 questions or 50 questions, that is the end. You may get one different question apart from that. So that's why I have tried to cover as much as questions possible. I have given you some homework questions also, so you can think on it. Okay, rather than directly looking into how I'm solving, you have to try on your own. Okay, then you will get idea how we can implement the properties and solve these questions. For homework question, I hope I have given you enough hint to solve them. Still, if you are finding it difficult, feel free to reach out to me. Okay. So that was the main background or part of the definite integrals. Mainly, you should be aware of the properties and some tricks which I have given you in the previous session. Okay. The next point or next type of integral which we have to study is improper integral. Have you heard about it? Anyone have any information about this? Tell me what is improper integral.
Without limit, sir.
No, it's not as such. It's not without limit. Okay, so if we have a integration I, yes, correct, Arjun. You can say integration a to b f of x dx, but that is not the only definition, Arjun. So this is a integral which is written in the equation number 1. The equation number 1 is called as improper integral of first kind if either a is equal to infinity or b is equal to infinity or both a and b are equal to infinity. Okay, So it is improper integral of first kind. Okay, and so ultimately what I'm trying to say through this is, if your lower limit is if your lower limit is infinity or upper limit is infinity, or both lower and upper limits are infinity, then that type of integration is called as improper integration. Okay. Second question, or second point, integration. The equation number 1 is called as integration of second kind, or improper integral of second kind. Equation 1 is improper integral of second kind if a and b are finite, but f of x itself becomes infinite. Okay, in the closed interval a comma b. So either at point a or at point b or any point in between a and b, then you call it as a improper integral of second kind. Okay, so for example, if I want to give a simple example, integration 0 to infinity x e raised to the power minus x dx. So this is improper integral of is improper integral, limits are infinite, so directly we can tell. Okay, in some cases what will happen is limits are finite, but let's say dx divided by dx minus x square. In this case, you will realize if you put x equal to 3, denominator will become 0 and the function value will become infinite. So in this case also it is improper integral. So it's not necessary just that limits are infinite, because if the limits are infinite, it's a clear cut way that is improper integral of first kind. But even if the limits are not infinite, make sure, Arjun, that your function is becoming infinite or not. If it is becoming infinite within the closed interval a to b, it means at point a or b, or in any point in between a and b, then that integral is improper integral of second kind. I hope it's clear to you. Okay, so improper integrals ultimately will converge or diverge. Okay, so integration, for example, a to infinity f of x dx, the meaning of this is like same as saying limit p tends to infinity, integration a to p f of x dx. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is ultimately this value is we either go to finite or infinite. Okay, either the value of this integration is finite or infinite. If the value of this integration is finite, we call this as a convergent integral or bounded integration. Okay, convergent integral or bounded integral. And if it is infinite, then it's non-convergent, or let's say divergent or unbounded. Okay, so these are the two definitions of it. So let me give you a simple question. You try to solve them and solve it and tell me the answer. I'll wait for 2 minutes. Integration 0 to infinity 1 upon a square plus x square dx. Solve this, and one more question I'll give. Integration 0 to infinity x sine of x dx. Spend some time, solve the integrations and tell me the answers of a and b. Anyone got the answer for the first question? What is the answer for the first question?
Pi by 2, sir.
Yes, pi by 2a. Okay, because integration of 0 to infinity 1 upon a square plus x square is 1 upon a tan inverse of x by a, and limit 0 to infinity. So 1 by a outside, tan inverse of infinity minus tan inverse of 0. Okay. So 1 upon a tan inverse of infinity is pi by 2. Minus tan inverse of 0 is 0. So pi by 2a is the answer. What about the second? So it's integration by parts, you know. Let me just bring it to the next page. Whenever you have integration u into v dx, so u integration v minus integration of u dash integration v. This is the formula. Okay, and okay, and you have to use the Eilert rule to decide the values of u and v. Okay, so exponential function will be v. So if this is the order, you will decide whichever is on the left side. So in the given question, integration 0 to infinity, we have a pair of x sin x dx. So we have algebraic function, sin x is the trigonometric function. In Eilert rule, I stands for inverse function, L stands for logarithmic function, A stands for algebraic, T stands for trigonometric, E stands for exponential. So the priority given for algebraic function is more than the trigonometric function for selection of u. So this is your u and this is your v. So using that, it's x. Integration of sin of x is minus cos of x, minus integration of differentiation of x is 1. Integration of sin of x is again minus cos of x. And that minus cos minus will come here, it will be plus cos of x. Limit 0 to infinity. So minus x cos of x, integration of cos of x is sin of x. Limit is 0 to infinity. So ultimately you'll end up with the infinity answer, because x is infinity, infinity multiplied by any number within the range minus 1 to 1 will be again infinity. So this will turn out to be infinity. So it's a divergent. Okay. No. It's only for the complete, right? So this is a to b is here, then u times a to b will also come here. A to b will also come here. So if you want to write it, then let me just 0 to infinity integration 0 to infinity, like this you can write. Okay, I have written at then to just for the simplicity, but Arjun, if you want, you can write it like this also. Okay, so you should know whether uh, so what type of questions you will get is like whether this integral is like solve this integration and choose the correct answer, like then they'll give options such as um, divergent, convergent, convergent to some value, like they'll give some value and they'll say convergent to uh, 0 convergent to 1 by 2 convergent to 3. So, and you have to choose the correct option. Okay. Or they'll say this improper integral converges to which value, and they are asked you to type it. So this kind of variety of questions you can expect from this improper integral point. Let me give you some more questions. Integration -1 to 1 under root of 1 plus x divided by 1 minus x dx. Solve this question. Think on it. How will you solve it?
Your answer is 0, sir.
No. See,
Sir, it's odd function.
is it odd function? Check it again. Yes, pi is the correct answer, Arjun. Are you completely assuming it as f of x? Then let's say, what is f of minus x? Under root of 1 minus x divided by 1 plus x. Nothing is, you can write. So log is not there, so you cannot. So this is not same as saying f of minus x equal to f of x. So this is not true. Okay, sorry, is equal to minus f of x. You cannot write. This is for odd, right? Because you cannot take negative common here outside this root. So to make it simplify, what you have to do is multiply and divide with 1 minus x and 1 plus x and 1 plus x. I told you in the beginning, whenever you have root in the numerator and denominator, better you rationalize it. If you, especially in denominator, if you have root, better you rationalize it. Yes. Integration -1 to 1. In numerator you'll get 1 plus x. In denominator you'll get 1 minus x square, because a plus b a minus b is a square minus b square in root. Okay, so 1 plus x divided by under root of 1 minus x square you will get. And you can now split this integral into two parts. 1 divided by under root of 1 minus x square plus x divided by under root of 1 minus x square. And now you can say this is an odd function. Okay, this is an odd function because x is odd. Divided by under root of 1 minus x square is even. So odd divided by even function is again odd function. So answer for this second part is 0. But the first part you have to solve. And what is this? You have to use the formula. 2 times you can write it as 0 to 1. The root of 1 minus x square dx. Okay, by using the formula f of 2a minus x. Sorry, by using the formula of even, because this is an even function. Okay. And integration of 1 upon 1 upon under root 1 minus x square is a sine inverse of x. So 2 times sine inverse of x. 0 to 1. Sine inverse of 1 is pi by 2. Sine inverse of 0 is 0. Pi is the answer. Okay. Okay, the next question. Yeah, next question. Just tell me whether it is converging or diverging. -1 to 1. 1 upon x square dx.
Diverging, sir, because when it crosses from -1 to 1, so 0 when it crosses, it
Yes,
will become infinity, no?
correct, perfect. So you cannot just say the integration of this is like minus x and then limit -1 to 1 and solve it. Okay. Answer here is infinite because um, whenever you have a limit a to b f of x dx, and if we have a c point which is in between a and b, you can still write this integral as like integration a to c f of x dx plus integration c to b f of x dx, right? And in this case, I can write in the same way -1 to 0, 1 upon x square dx plus 0 to 1, 1 upon x square dx. So this function will become infinite when x is equal to 0, and that's why um, it is divergent. Okay, because our definition is if though a and b, that is the lower and upper limit, is finite, but if function itself becomes infinite in the closed interval a comma b, then we say that that is a improper integral of that is improper integral, and it may diverge or converge. So if you check if it is becoming 0, sorry, if it is becoming infinite, it means it is it is diverging. Yeah. Okay. Next question. -1 to infinity x raised to -4 dx. Okay. Solve it. Infinity is given, it means it is improper integral. That doesn't mean it will just diverge. It may converge also, as I said. So solve this question and tell me the answer. Options can be like diverges, converges to 1 by 3, converges to 0, converges to -1 by 3. Okay. Yes, 1 by 3 is the correct answer. X raised to minus limit. I have to give you -1 infinity. 50 -1 by 3 inside the bracket 1 upon x cube 1 to infinity. Minus 1 by 3 is inside the bracket. 1 upon infinity is 0 minus 1 plus 1 by 3. Okay. Yeah. So that is the main idea behind the improper integrals. You should be able to check whether it's converging or not. Okay, let me see if we have any other points. Like other type of question which you can expect is like they'll give you list of integrals and they'll ask you which is bounded, which is unbounded. Okay, like let me just give you a previous year question. Which one is unbounded? And they'll give you options. Integration 0 to pi by 4 tan x dx 0 to infinity 1 upon 1 plus x square c 1 upon 1 minus x and d 0 to infinity x e raised to power minus x dx. So this kind of questions you can expect. So as you can see, integration of tan of x is log of sec x.
Then we are not
And
able
put
to
the
see the screen.
okay. Is it? Let me just share my screen again. You may. I'll resolve the issue. But now, can you hear me properly? Hello. I hope you can see the screen now and hear me properly. Solve this question now. Which one is unbounded? The options are integration 0 to pi by 4 tan x dx. Second option is 0 to infinity 1 upon 1 plus x square dx. Third option is 1 upon 1 minus x dx. And last option is x into e to the power minus x dx. Limits are also given. You will realize that in first case, integration of tan x is log of sec x. 0 to pi by 4 is the limit. And log of root 2 is the answer. Second case, this is tan inverse of x. Limit 0 to infinity. Answer is pi by 2. Third case, it is minus log of 1 minus x, right? Integration 0 to 1, you will end up with infinity. And that's the answer. Option C is unbounded because you will end up with infinite value. And for the last question, I hope you will get one answer. We have solved this question before. So this kind of questions you can expect in exam. Let me give you one homework question which you can try from this improper integrals. I1 is equal to integration 0 to 1 upon x raised to the power 1 by 3 dx. Okay. 1 divided by x raised to the power 1 by 3. Okay, like this. I2 is equal to minus 1 to 1 upon x dx, and I3 is equal to integration 0 to 1 x log of x dx. Okay. Options are, which of them is finite, okay, or converging? Which of these will converge? Answer here is I1 and I3 will converge. Okay. Options will be like I1, I2, I3, I1 and I3, I1 and I2, I2 and I3. So the correct answer is I1 and I3 should converge. You solve this question. Okay. I1 and I3 should converge means I2 should tends to infinite. Okay. You try this whenever you get some free time. Another type of integration problems which you can get in single integration, okay, itself, not in the double integration, is multiple integrals. Looks like some issue with my network today. Screen share got ended again. I'm trying to resolve it. So another type of integral topic from the again single integration is beta and gamma function. Okay, you might have studied this before. We know that these functions, beta and gamma functions, will help us to solve the integration problems. So let's start with the gamma functions first. Gamma function. What is the definition of gamma function? Gamma n is equal to integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus x raised to the power n minus 1 dx. This is the definition of gamma function. Okay. If uh, integration is in the form of 0 to infinity e to the power minus x raised to the power n minus 1 dx, then we call it as a gamma n. Okay. So for example, integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus x raised to the power 1, for example, dx. Okay, so in this case the value of n will be 2 minus 1, so it's a gamma 2, right? So x raised to the power 3 minus 1, so it's a gamma 3. X raised to the power 4 minus 1, it's a gamma 4. X raised to the power 1 minus 1 is 0, so just this one, it's x raised to the power 0, it means x raised to the power 1 minus 1, which is the gamma 1. Okay, so a lot of variety of gamma values are possible here. Some basic things you should know is gamma 1 is 1. Gamma 1 by 2 is root pi. And in general, gamma n plus 1 is n gamma n. It means it is n factorial. Okay. Why? Because I can write n gamma n as n into n minus 1, gamma n minus 1. So ultimately it's n factorial. I hope it's clear. Okay, and just a modified version of this is integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus ax x raised to the power n minus 1 dx is gamma n divided by e raised to the power n. Okay, this is the modified version of it. Integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus ax x raised to the power n minus 1 dx is gamma n divided by e raised to the power n. Okay. Okay, so these basic things you should know before we jump into the properties and the problems on gamma function. Okay, properties before means it's a relationship with the beta function we have to study. So I should give you first introduction about the beta function. So write down the heading beta function. Beta m comma n is equal to integration 0 to 1 x raised to the power m minus 1 1 minus x raised to the power n minus 1 dx, where both m and n are greater than 0. Okay. So this is the definition of beta function. I will repeat the definition. Just a minute. Beta function definition is beta m comma n is equal to integration 0 to 1 x raised to power m minus 1 minus x raised to power n minus 1 dx. Okay. Another top point you should know is beta m comma n is same as writing as beta n comma m. Okay, both the values are same. And the relationship between beta and gamma function is gamma n divided by gamma m plus n. Okay. Gamma n divided by gamma m plus n. Third point, which you should know is another versions. Let me just go to the next page where I can write in detail. Third point is beta m comma n. Another formula is integration 0 to infinity x raised to power m minus 1 plus x raised to the power m plus n dx, or integration 0 to infinity x raised to power n minus 1 divided by 1 plus x raised to the power m plus n. Because beta m comma n is equal to beta n comma m, so we can write it like this. And the last property you should know is beta function is, it can also be written in the form of sine and cosine function. Sine raised to the power 2m minus 1 theta cos raised to the power 2n minus 1 theta d theta. Okay. And let's say if in general, for example, if 2m minus 1 equal to p and 2n minus 1 equal to q, how this integral will look like? Integration 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to the power p theta cos raised to power q theta d theta. Okay, then I can write it as this 2 will come to the left hand side, 1 upon 2 beta p plus 1 by 2 comma q plus 1 by 2. Okay.
Sir, one doubt, sir. In the previous
Yes.
problem, no, sir. That I1 is equal to integral 0 to 1 by x power 1 by 3 dx you are given, no? That I1, I2, I3, some out of that
Yes.
which
Yes.
of the column. In that
Mhm.
1 by x power 1 by 3 is convergent, sir?
Uh, yes. Yes, it is convergent.
Sir, when we apply limit 0, it will become infinity, no, sir?
Let me just help you with it. Uh, what is integration of it? X raised to the power minus 1 by 3 plus 1 divided by minus 1 by 3 plus 1. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Put the limit 0 to 1. So what you will get? In denominator,
Minus
what
3
you
by
have?
2.
Mm,
Yeah, that will become reverse finally minus 3 by 2 of 1 by x power 2 by 3.
okay, minus 3 by 2. Inside the bracket, put the limit, what you will
1 by
get?
x power 2 by 3.
So 1 raised to the power anything is 1.
That's fine, sir. Then
When you put 0, what will happen? So it's not going to infinity, right? 1 minus, you put 0 raised to the power anything is 0, right?
Sir, but instead of applying like that, if I convert that function as 1 by x power 2 by 3, sir.
Okay.
If we apply, what will come, sir?
See, what I have done is here integration 0 to 1 x raised to power minus 1 by 3, correct? So it is 0 to 1 x
The
raised to
screen
the
is
power.
not
So
visible, sir.
okay. Sure, what's happening today? How about now? It's visible or?
No, not it, sir. Just yeah. Now it's fine, sir.
Yeah. So it's 2 by 3, right? So x raised to the power
Minus 2 by 3, no, sir.
1 minus 1 by 3, na?
Okay, sir. Sorry. Right. It's
Yeah.
fine, sir. Now.
Okay. So you proceed it. It's not going to infinite. Okay. Coming towards this beta and gamma functions, I'll repeat what I have given. I've given you the definition of gamma function. Gamma n is equal to integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus x raised to the power n minus 1 dx. Gamma n plus 1 is equal to n factorial. Coming towards beta function, beta m comma n has 3 different forms. It can be written as integration 0 to 1 x raised to the power m minus 1, 1 minus x raised to the power n minus 1 dx, or on the next page I have given you these two forms. That is 0 to infinity x raised to the power m minus 1 divided by 1 plus x raised to the power m plus 1, or in the terms of sine and cosine. So ultimately, what is use of this? Use of this is like if you are, let's say, if you have the integration, which is either of in this 4 forms, or it's reducible to one of these 4 forms, then you can solve that problem very easily by applying the theory of beta and gamma function. Okay, so either the problem is given directly in this form or is convertible to this form, then those kind of problems are easily solvable by using this logic of beta and gamma function. I hope it's clear, the theoretical part. If you have any doubt, let me know. It's just the formulation you should know. I know, like especially for beta function, the formulas are like more, and but you have to remember there is no other way. If you remember them, it's quite easy to implement and solve the question. Okay. Are you done with all these 3 slides? Anyone? Let me know if you want me to stay on any of these slides. So otherwise, we'll start solving some questions on this. Yeah. Okay. Previous one. Okay. Let me know once you are done, Arjun. Here it's just I have given the definition of beta function. And 2 properties of the beta function. Yes, okay. Let's take some questions. I'll read the question. In the meantime, you can write. Integration zero to infinity e raised to the power minus x square dx. Okay. Integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus x square dx. You already know integration e to the power minus x, that is minus e to the power minus x itself. But if it is e to the power minus x square, then how you can solve it? Think on it. No. T means what? Yeah, you have to do the substitution. That is correct. You should do the substitution x square equal to t and solve the, yes, correct, Arjun. So x is equal to t raised to the power 1 by 2 and 2x dx equal to dt. So dx is equal to dt by 2x or 1 by 2 t raised to power minus 1 by 2 dt.
What is the answer, sir?
Root pi by 2 is the answer.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Because after this substitution, your integral will become, the limit will remain same. When t is infinity, x is infinity. When t is 0, x is also 0. So it is e to the power minus t, and dx is 1 by 2 outside, e to the power minus 1 by 2 dt. Okay. So if you see this, compare it with the form integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus x raised to the power m minus 1 dx. It is, sorry, n minus 1 dx. It's a gamma n. So here n minus 1 is equal to minus 1 by 2 and n is equal to 1 minus 1 by 2. It is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 gamma 1 by 2. And gamma 1 by 2 is root pi. So root pi by 2 is the final answer. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, solve. I hope you are able to solve this question. Let me give you another question. Integration minus infinity to plus infinity e to the power minus x square dx. Very simple question. And after that, solve this one. What about the first question in this slide? What is the answer?
Root pi, sir.
Root pi. Yes, root pi is the answer because you can write it as 2 times integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus x squared dx. So it is 2 times the previous question, and for the previous question the answer was root pi by 2. So 2 times root pi by 2 is root pi. What about the second question? E to the power minus 2x square x raised to the power 7 dx. Again, here you have to do the substitution. Hint here is put 2x square equal to t. So x is equal to root t by root 2. 4x dx is equal to dt. Dx is equal to 1 upon 4x dt. 1 upon 4, x is in the denominator, so root 2 by root t dt. Okay, solve it. 0 to infinity e to the power minus t, t by 2 raised to the power, because x is equal to root of t by 2, so x raised to power 7 is equal to t by 2 raised to power 7 by 2, and dx is equal to 1 by 4, which I can take outside the bracket. 2 by t raised to the power 1 by 2, so, or t by 2, 2 by t raised to the power 1 by 2, or t by 2 raised to the power minus 1 by 2, I can write. Okay, so it's 7 by 2 minus 1 by 2 is 6 by 2, which is 3. And 2 raised to power 3 is 8. 8 multiplied by 4 is 1 by 32. 0 to infinity e to the power minus t, t raised to the power 3 dt. Okay, and it is gamma 4. So 1 by 32 gamma 4. Gamma 4 is 3 factorial. 3 into 2 into 1 divided by 32. 3 by 16 is the final answer. Okay, yes. I'll give you another question. Integration 0 to 2 x raised to the power 7, 16 minus x raised to the power 4 raised to the power 10 dx. Okay, think on this question and solve. X raised to the power 7, 16 minus x raised to the power 4 raised to the power 10 dx. Can you compare this with the form integration 0 to 1 x raised to the power m minus 1, 1 minus x raised to the power n minus 1 dx, which is beta m comma n. So you can easily get into that form if you put x is equal to x raised to the power 4 is equal to 16t. If you do so, 16 you can take common and you'll end up with 1 minus t inside the bracket. And 4x cubed dx will be equal to 16 dt. Okay, it means x cubed dx is equal to 4 dt. Using this, integral will approach to integration 0 to 2 x raised to the power 7 is there. Let's keep it as it is as of all. So you can write it as x raised to the power 4 into x raised to the power 3. X raised to the power 4 is 16t and x raised to the power 3 dt is 4 dt, right? X raised to the power 3 into dx is equal to 4 dt basically. And here it is 16 minus 16t raised to the power 10. Okay, so this 4 I'll take outside the bracket, dt I'll write here to make it more simpler. And after that, the 16 is also there, and 16 from here also I'll take common. So 4 into 16 raised to the power 11 integration 0 to 2 t into 1 minus t raised to the power 10 dt. Okay, and this is now perfectly into this form. So 4 into 16 raised to the power 11, it's the beta 2 comma 11. Okay, and you know what is beta 2 comma 11? It's 2 into 16 raised to the power 11 as it is. Beta 2 comma 11 is gamma 2, which is 1. Gamma 10 gamma 11 is 10 factorial divided by m plus n factorial. So it's um, divided by gamma m plus n, which is gamma 13. It means 12 factorial. So 12 into 11 into 10 factorial. So 10 will get cancelled, and rest of the thing will remain. So it's ultimately 16 raised to the power 11 divided by 33. Let me check. So this 4 is there. Yeah, 4. Yeah, 4 3 is 33. Yes, 16 raised to the power 11 divided by 33 will be the answer.
But the formula is 0 to 1, sir. Here the integral is 0 to 2, no?
Sorry, yeah, I forgot here. It will become 0 to 1. Because see here what is happening. When x is equal to 0, t is equal to 0. And when x is equal to 2, 2 raised to the
Answer.
power 4 is 16, t is equal to 1. Okay, I forgot to write here, it's 0 to 1. Yeah, thank you. Next question. Integration 0 to infinity x raised to the power 3, 1 plus x raised to the power 5 divided by 1 plus x raised to the power 13 dx. Solve it. So it's again one of the type of beta function. If you remember, beta m comma n is equal to integration 0 to infinity x raised to the power m minus 1, 1 plus x raised to the power m plus n, and it can be also written as 0 to infinity x raised to the power n minus 1 divided by 1 plus x raised to the power m plus n. Okay, so use this formula and try to solve this question. Two times beta 4,9. Correct. 2 times beta 4 comma 9 is the correct answer. Yes, you are right, Arjun. So I is equal to integration 0 to infinity. We can split this integral into two parts, which is x cubed divided by 1 plus x raised to the power 13 and x raised to the power 8 divided by 1 plus x raised to the power 13 dx. Okay, and then integration 0 to infinity. I can write it as x raised to 4 minus 1 divided by x raised to the 1 plus x raised to the power 4 plus 9, right? And this one has integration 0 to infinity x raised to power 9 minus 1 divided by 1 plus x raised to the power 9 plus 4. So basically this I can write it as beta 4 comma 9 and this I can write it as beta 9 comma 4. But we know beta a comma b is equal to beta uh, b comma a. So I can write it as 2 times beta 4 comma 9. Okay? And what is beta 4 comma 9? It's gamma 4 gamma 9 divided by gamma 13. And you can further solve it. 2 into 3 into 8 factorial divided by 12 into 11 into 10 into 9. 8 factorial, 8 factorial, 8 factorial, it cancel. 3 2 is 6. 2 2 will it come here. 3 3. So ultimately, I think you should get here 1 divided by 990. Just check it. 3 into 2 into 8 factorial, yes. 3 into 2 is 6, 6 into 2 is 12, 12, 12 will get cancelled. Yeah, so 9 into 11 into 10 will be there in denominator, so it's a 99 into 10 is 990, yes. That is the final answer. Yeah, and let me give you one more question on this. So that will cover all the types of the problems. Integration 0 to infinity x divided by 1 plus x square whole cube. Check whether in which type this will fit. Its first type of beta function is x raised to the power m minus 1, 1 minus x raised to power n minus 1 dx, right? Integration 0 to 1. In this also it is not fitting. Okay. Second type, integration 0 to infinity x raised to power m minus 1, 1 plus x raised to the power m plus n dx. Okay. In this also it is not fitting. So we can see that if you do some substitution, we can fit it into the third type. So what is third type? The third type was in terms of sine and cosine. Integration 0 to infinity. No, it is integration 0 to pi by 2 into 2 sine raised to the power 2m minus 1 theta cos raised to the power 2n minus 1 theta d theta is equal to beta m comma n. So we can try whether we can fit it into the third type by doing some substitution. If you put here x is equal to tan of theta dx is equal to sec square theta d theta. So integration 0 to infinity tan theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta is sec square theta. Whole cube, and dx is sec square theta d theta. So I can write here as tan cube theta sec raised to 6 theta. So this 6 will get cancelled with 2. I will get remain 4 in the denominator. Further, tan can be written as sine into cosine, sine divided by cosine, and sec can be written as 1 divided by cosine. So cosine will again get cancelled. So the power will turn to be just 1. So sine cube theta as it is, and multiply by cos theta will come in the numerator. I hope it's clear. Now you can see they are more or less similar. So the answer is 1 by 2 beta. Vm minus 1 is equal to 3. It means m is equal to 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 by 2 is 2. Okay, so it's p plus 1 divided by 2. So 3 plus 1 divided by 2 is 2. And 1 plus 1 divided by 2, 2 by 2 is again 1. Okay. So 1 by 2 beta 2 comma 1 will be the final answer. 1 by 2 as it is, beta 2 comma 1 is gamma 2, gamma 1 divided by gamma 3. 1 by 2 as it is, gamma 2 is 1, gamma 1 is again 1, and gamma 3 is 2. So 1 by 4 is the answer. Yes, correct. 1 by 4 is the final answer. Okay, so look at this variety. Like there are like 4 or 5 different types of problems under the integration which you can solve by using beta and gamma function. Okay. So just to consolidate whatever we have studied till now, first type is in integration is definite integral. Whenever the limits of the integration are definite from, let's say, a to b, we have studied a lot of properties associated with it and solved the questions with some tricks. And then the improper integral, there are 2 types of improper integral. Type 1 is like where limit of integration is infinite, either lower limit or upper limit or both. And type 2 improper integral is when function itself becomes infinite in the closed interval a comma b. Okay. And after that we started this beta and gamma, where we understood the definition of gamma function, definition of beta function, 3 definitions of beta functions, and relationship between beta and gamma function. Okay, so these things are very important and helpful for you while solving the integration problems. Okay, the next point which we have to start is the partial derivative, partial differentiation. I think we should start it in the next class, as it is a new topic. But just before that, as we have some time left, 2 minutes, I would like to give some quick questions to tell you and to understand your knowledge on differentiation. Okay, can you solve this question? X is equal to a theta plus sine of theta, y is equal to a 1 minus cos of theta. Okay, what is dy by dx? what is the final answer here? Very simple question. Yes, tan theta divided by 2 is the answer, because differentiation of x with respect to theta is a into 1 plus cos of theta. Differentiation of y with respect to theta is again a into 1 minus 1 plus sine of theta. No, sorry, it's a 0 plus cos theta. No, sorry, 1 plus cos theta as it is. And here it is differentiation of 1 is 0, and differentiation of cos of theta is minus sine theta. Minus minus will become plus, so I will write plus sine theta. dy by d theta divided by dy by dx by theta. D theta will get cancelled. It's like a dy by dx, and it is a sine of theta divided by a into 1 plus cos of theta. A will get cancelled. What is sine of theta? 2 sine theta divided by 2 cos theta divided by 2. And what is 1 plus cos of theta? It's 2 cos square theta by 2. So 2 will get cancelled. Cos 2 theta by 2, cos theta by 2 will get cancelled. So sine theta by 2 divided by cos theta by 2 is tan theta by 2. Okay. So like these differentiations are with respect to one variable. Here x and y are dependent on theta. Okay, x is depending on theta, y is also depending on theta independently. They are not linked. Okay, but in partial derivative that is not the case. Like we have a variable which is dependent on two variables. Okay, so one dependent variable, let's say, and two independent variables are there. So z is equal to f of x comma y, for example. So partial derivatives will be dealing with the more than one variables. Okay. One more question, just a simple question to check your understanding on mod functions. Mod of minus 2x plus 9 is equal to 3. Then mod of minus x equal minus x minus x square is solve it. What I have given is mod of minus 2x plus 9 is equal to 3 I have given. So what does it mean? It means either mod of minus 2x plus 3, sorry, plus 9, either it is 3 or minus 3. Okay, then if you take a mod, you will get 3 answer. So, but the minus 2x plus 9, either it will be 3 or minus 3, right? So if it is 3, what is the value of x? X will be equal to 3. And if it is minus 3, then what is the value of x? X is 6. Okay, so mod of minus 3, what they are asking now? They are asking is minus x square. In first case, what we will get? Minus 3 minus 9. So 3 minus 9, it is minus 6. Second question is mod of minus 6 minus 36. So 6 minus 36 minus 30. Okay, so minus 30 is the answer. Yes. So 6 minus 6 is not given in the options. So whichever is there, you can choose it. Okay. Yeah. One more question I would like to give you just to end this session, before ending this session. You have solved the questions where we have limits in the constant form, like 0 to a, 0 to pi by 2, 0 to 6, minus infinity to plus infinity, minus 2 to 2 plus 2. But if limit itself, limits are in the function form. For example, let's say f of x is equal to integration sine x to the cos of x e to the power minus x square dx. Then What is derivative of this function? Okay, for example, this is the question. Yeah, so in this case, the best way is to differentiate both the sides, but ultimately what I'm saying is you have to use this formula: d by dx of integration ux to vx f of x dx is f of v of x differentiation of v of x with respect to x, okay, f of u of x and differentiation of u of x with respect to x. So these are the things you have to consider in the mind. Ux is the lower limit, Vx is the upper limit. If you are integrating a function f of x in this limit and you have to differentiate it, it's like a f of v of x differentiation of v of x by dx minus f of u of x differentiation of u of x by x.
Is it a Leibniz rule, sir?
Um, I don't know exactly. I need to check. Okay, but this formula you can use. I'll check and let you know. Okay. So so this current question you can solve with this logic. What you will get is f of v of x is e to the power minus cos square x differentiation of cos x minus f of that is e to the power minus sin square x differentiation of sin of x. Okay, so it is e to the power minus cos square x differentiation of cos x is minus sin x.
You are currently the only person in this conference. You are currently the only person in this conference.